Hey guys, it's Kenya. Welcome back to my channel. And as you can see, today we're going to be doing some extreme kitchen cleaning. There is a lot going on in here today, y'all. So this is one of those days where we grocery shopped and we cooked a lot. So there's just a lot to do. We've got dishes to wash and put away. We've got food to put away. We've got groceries to put away. We've just got a lot to handle tonight. So I'm going to take you along with me as I get it all back together. I really believe strongly in putting things away as like the first step to getting your space back like you want it to be. Once you've put everything back in its home, then you can kind of assess the next step. But if everything is just kind of laying all around, I just don't feel like you can really get much done. So right now, I'm just putting everything away from our grocery haul, and anything that was just kind of out, I'm putting that away too. I like to make sure to take as many things out of their packaging as possible. So here you see me taking these little V8s out. I got this little holder at the Dollar Tree and it's perfect. And I put a few of them in the refrigerator so they can stay cold. And I just kind of rotate those in and out of the refrigerator. We like to do a lot of meal prepping around here because during the week, we just do not have time to be handling a lot of cooking at night especially. So I'll go ahead and put away all the food that we have cooked in bulk so that we can eat that during the week. Another thing I make sure to do every single week is to clear out the refrigerator. Anything that we have not eaten, we just go ahead and throw that away. And look, I hate to throw away food. I will say, if we can freeze something, we make sure to do so. We try really hard to eat everything up before the end of the week, before our grocery run, because I just don't like to waste food. These are all the containers that we used all week to store the food that we've been eating. And I like to rinse these out really, really well and put them in the dishwasher. If I can help it, I tend to like to dishwash my plastic stuff just because I feel like it gets cleaner. I can hand wash it. It just takes longer. I end up using a lot more soap. So when I have a lot like this, I like to use the dishwasher. You'll see that this water is super hot. I barely can touch it. You can see the steam coming off of it. So I like to make sure to rinse it out in really hot water so that you can get it as clean as possible before I even put it into the dishwasher. Now I'm moving on to the other side of the kitchen, just gonna put away all the food that we've cooked for this week. We've got some sweet potatoes and some chicken here, chicken and gravy, it's so good. I'm just gonna put these into containers so that I can put them in the fridge, and it's all ready for dinner for the rest of the week. I know there are a lot of people that don't like to eat the same thing over and over. I am not one of those people. I can eat literally the same meal every day for days. I don't really have a problem with that if I really like the meal. So we will cook a lot of something and then continue to eat off that. We might cook another meal sometime during the week, but it's usually not more than one more night of cooking. In this case, we actually do cook one more night, make a big pot of cabbage. But other than that, that's it. No more crazy amount of dishes to have to wash during the week. We save all that for the weekend when we have a little bit more time and a little bit more freedom. So here I am just putting away some food that we cooked in the middle of last week, but we haven't finished yet. So into the freezer it goes. And it's going to be a lunch or maybe a side sometime in the future. cooking a lot of food for the week is such a saver of time during the week, but let me tell you, that one day of cooking, oh my goodness, it produces so many dishes. I always like to make sure to rinse everything out because I do not like a lot of gunk either in my sink or in my dishwasher. And I always wash all the big pots by hand, even if I put everything else in the dishwasher, because it just takes up so much space in the dishwasher. Look at this big old pot. Imagine me trying to put it in there. It would just take up the entire thing. So I like to make sure to hand wash as much of the big stuff as possible and then put all the little things into the dishwasher. Putting all these small plastic containers in the dishwasher is really a big old game of Tetris. I am just trying to make them all fit, but also fit in such a way that they will get actually cleaned and not just, barely get any water or soap on them or be holding water, which I can't stand that. So yeah, I just have to figure it out. Make sure everything is in there well and I can close it and it can get clean. We always make a big pot of rice to last throughout the week, and that goes with several different meals. And so I'll have to take this out and let it cool before I can put it away, and just add a few more things to put away. And now I'm going to get started with the hand washing. But I always, before I do that, wipe down the counter that's going to be underneath the dishes that I hand wash, because I do not want to put clean dishes on top of a dirty counter. Now, I know I said I like to put the plastic stuff in the dishwasher, but y'all, did you see how much stuff was in the dishwasher already? So there's still plenty left for me to hand wash. Usually I'm only hand washing, like the pots and the pans, but we just had a lot today. So I'm getting it done. If you look closely, you'll see that I have a sink full of dishes to rinse and still a whole lot of dishes left to wash. So I have called in the teenagers, the teenager and the preteen, to help out. They actually do quite a bit of work during the week. They take turns with who cleans the kitchen on a particular day, but depending on their workload for school, I will take on most of the cleaning if they, really need to spend some time with work, especially my daughter, because she's doing virtual school and it is a lot, but they know how to do it. They get in here and decide who's gonna wash, who's gonna dry, who's gonna put away, who's gonna wipe down the counters. It's great. And I needed them to come in tonight so that we could keep it going because there were just so many dishes to wash. I try really hard to make my kids as independent as possible because I know that they're going to be living out on their own before I know it. So I just want them to be able to manage that. I think I had a realization one day when my daughter was the first time she had to do everything by herself and she didn't know where anything went. And I was like, oh, I think I've done too much for you. I need to teach you where everything is so that you can do this by yourself. When I first started teaching them how to clean things, I would go behind them and make sure everything was just so and stay with them. And I slowly started to back away from that. And that has really helped them to figure things out. They need to ask questions. If there's something they don't know what to do with, they need to come and find out, or they need to ask each other. So stepping away has really given them so much more autonomy. It has taken away the crutch that I had given them, and they do so much better. finally gotten all those dishes taken care of, so now I can get started on the rest of the cleaning that does not involve the dishes. Notice the food in the microwave? My husband is coming into this kitchen and he's gonna eat things after it's clean. I swear this always happens. It never fails that you clean this kitchen completely and somebody gets something and dirties up a dish. But you know, that's part of it. We live in this house, so it's gonna constantly be an ebb and flow of cleaning and dirtying things up. My husband does most of the cooking, almost all of the cooking actually, and I do almost all of the cleaning. So that's just kind of how it works for us. I don't mind cleaning, he doesn't mind cooking. But of course, that does not mean he doesn't clean or that I don't cook. It's just kind of how it works best for us. So I'm finishing up with just a little prep. We always get a container of grapes to go for the week, and I wash them and put them in the refrigerator. I also like to do my little wax melt. Oh, just so nice to set the mood in your kitchen. You know, you have a nice clean kitchen, you want it to smell nice too, so I'll light that at night. And then I'm just gonna wipe down this stove with the Dawn Power Wash. Y'all, that stuff is amazing. So I let it sit on the stove for 10 minutes while I wipe everything else down with my Mrs. Meyer's lemon scent, my other favorite thing. It just makes the cleaning process more of an experience, not just something I need to do because, you know, you're supposed to clean, but something that isn't that bad actually. It's kind of enjoyable because it's just smells good, it looks good, it feels good to have it all done. It makes cleaning less of a chore when you have these little niceties that you add to it. Here I'm just giving this stove a good wipe down, make sure there's no gunk. And then of course, one good pass in the sink after having gotten all those dishes washed. Go ahead and give it a really good scrub down and rinse it out really well. Whenever I'm using a microfiber cloth, I like to rinse it out several times while I'm cleaning it with super hot water and soap so that it's not just gunk being spread all over the place. Last little area to wipe down here, and notice I like to move everything out of the way and wipe behind things, under things, around things, because of course the gunk likes to collect itself wherever it can, so you got to stay on top of making sure it doesn't get behind and around all your good stuff. So here we are, the end. We've made it to the end. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me clean and maybe gotten some cleaning done yourself, get a little inspiration. I know sometimes it can be a lot, but we can do it. We can do it, mamas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.